Good evening, everyone, or should I rather say good morning? It's the morning of the 18th of September, and I'm going to have quite a busy day today. So I thought I'll just speak to you briefly. I don't expect anyone to come onto this live stream at this time, but I thought I'll speak to you briefly about today and just briefly about my life up until now, and just give you a reflection um, of the first 50 years of my life and what I look forward to happening in the next 50. Because you cannot plan as if the world is going to end in a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or 15 or 20 years. You have to live your life to the fullest by your convictions, by your principles and values. And you have to do that to the fullest, to the end, whatever that might be. The end of your life, the end of an era, the end of the earth. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is how you lived up to the point when your life here comes to an end. And I see I've got one person on. I didn't expect any person to come and watch, but that is one important point that I want to make. And I suppose throughout my life, since I was born and I can remember, there's many people that taught me that you keep on fighting, no matter what. You keep on fighting for life. You keep on fighting for freedom, and you should be able to explore and discover things and think about things in your own way. Not let other people tell you how to think, what to believe, but that you should allow other people to teach you, and then you decide for yourself. And I really want to thank my father for giving me those teachings and giving me that kind of advice. And looking back on the 50 years, hi Tonic 69, looking back on the 50 years in my life, and now that I've turned 50, I look forward to the next 50 years because I want to make sure that I'm healthy enough to carry on for as long as I can. And I certainly want to make sure that I plan for the next 50 years, that I don't plan for a short term. We're in it for the long haul. And my kids that are young now, with my oldest child being under the age of 25 and my youngest child being 8 years old, they have a long future ahead of them. And the kids that they will have, and they certainly will have children, for them to have a future, that is where my mind is at. And hopefully I will still see my grandchildren. And I want to stay fit and strong to do that. I want to be free to do that. I want them to not be afraid to be married, to have a husband or a wife. I don't want them to be afraid to be associated with their children. I don't want them to be afraid of their religious beliefs, whatever that might be. And I don't want them to be afraid to explore and learn and experiment. And I don't mean experimenting in a bad way. When you experiment, you try and find out new things, challenge new ideas. And I think that has been dead in society because of the school system, because of a lot of indoctrination. And I want you to think about your life going ahead. Some of you watching might be young. Some of you watching might be 20 or 30 years older than I am. And I just want to tell you that a story that I shared with the Double O Days members in the live chat the other night is a friend of mine who was my age that took his life recently. Was one of the people that I shared all of my most intimate secrets with. And when I mean intimate secrets, I don't mean love relationships secrets. I mean secrets. And he was a very intellectual person. He was very high up in the nuclear industry, living in the US from South Africa. And he was a US citizen for 15 years. And he decided that even when the nuclear industry has become politicized to the point where principles in the US, values in the US does not exist at the highest level, that he could not live in that world anymore. He didn't want to raise his children. And on his Facebook page, I said there that I have experienced the same injustices for most of my life, but I chose to fight. And that is what I'm doing. I will keep on fighting for freedom. I'm doing it for my family, and I need your help to keep my family safe. We can't do it on our own. I need you. And in that, I'm as humble as I can be. Without you, my family will not be safe in the future that we are headed towards. If you help me in this fight, I can secure a future for my wife and I, my children and their children. And I can help you in the little bit that I can to help ensure the same for your family. And today, as I celebrate my birthday, wow, Tonic C, I really don't understand what this new thing is on my channel. Oh, thank you so much for my birthday. I don't know, in my last live stream, I saw 3 people donated money, and I don't know where that comes from. I think it's because my channel reached 34,000 subscribers that they've enabled this function now, because I didn't do anything to create that. Thank you so much. I will take my family out for dinner, but it is a real reflective time for me. What I've undertaken since last year, it's been tough on us. My entire family is right now asleep on the couch in the lounge. They all sat together and watched a family movie. It normally takes us an hour to find one because it's that difficult to find a movie these days that I can watch and my wife can watch with my kids. And just before we did that, I interviewed Rob. Rob, who's like my second father. Please go and watch that interview. I've already loaded it and some people have started watching it. I think Rob makes some profound statements, gives profound advice that comes from wisdom and experience. And we'll cover a lot of those things in future. But it's so awesome to enter in my birthday. My family is still asleep, so they haven't wished me yet. With people on my channel, you've become my extended family. I've met so many of you in person, and you've looked after us. It's been really, really enlightening to see the wonderful people that we have in South Africa if you look for them. I think the politicians don't want to find the good people in the country. It doesn't serve their interest or purposes. But I wanted to find the good people in the country. And I'm really privileged to have met so many of you. And today at Monkey Valley, I will be meeting with hundreds more of you. And there's a lot of people coming to Monkey Valley. It's going to be an awesome time together. And it's going to be humbling for me to be in the presence of greatness, great people that want to be free. And it is so wonderful to know that this country is the place where these people exist. Not people that just run onto the streets and make noise, but people that actually act on the ground. And to see that in action around the country is really something. It's really special. And I am humbled by the people of this country that are literally creating change that will be written about in the history books. So many people, incredible people that I've met, far more experience than me, have a lot more wisdom than myself. a lot of people have said in the past that I should become a public representative. They don't know what they're talking about, because the caliber of person that we need to lead this country is far beyond me. And there's many of those people out there. They have not put their heads forward into the public domain because we are not deserving of them yet. When we change the way we behave, including myself, including the way I do things on this channel, they will come to the fore, and we will be blessed for that. So I just wanted to share some of my most intimate thoughts with you at this time, as a time of reflection. And the people of South Africa have literally changed the narrative. The mainstream narrative has been absolutely annihilated, and the majority of people in South Africa now question everything. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And it's so fitting that the first series of videos that I started was called Question Everything. And so many people question me deeply and heavily, and that's a wonderful thing. When I see that questioning attitude and the fact that people can disagree with me and not believe things that I say, it's a wonderful thing. And I'm so glad that people can speak freely. And even although I will fight people that are trying to take my freedom away, hook, line, and sinker, I believe that they have a right to speak their beliefs. I also believe that I have a right to fight when they want to take my freedoms away, and I will fight to the last breath. I want to tell them that. I want them to know that. The only way that they're going to stop me is if they kill me, and I will die fighting. And at the stage in the world where we are at now, it's going to be a continuous fight, not for a couple of years, for 5 years or a decade. It's going to be for decades. So I expect this fight to continue for the rest of my life, for us to maintain civility, for us to maintain a semblance of freedom. We need to change the political system. I don't just believe that. I know that for a fact, and it will happen in South Africa. And when that happens, it will start influencing the rest of the world. We are currently on target with the numbers. We're slightly ahead. There's been quite a boost in numbers of people as individuals become more active on the ground, spreading the word. People are putting out info tables. They are walking streets. They are doing anything they can to spread the word, and telling people that our freedoms are being taken away. And I salute those people. They are pioneers. I feel like they do a lot more than me. I've just been a mouthpiece for information, and they have chosen to take that information, study the information, do their own further research, and then come to their own conclusions and become part of a solution that we can be really proud of. And it's really wonderful that for the first time in South African history, that there is an all-encompassing solution for a global enemy that we can use to mobilize ourselves on the ground properly. Everyone that wants to be a part of the fight for freedom, and to actively make that happen, and to actually see the fruits of that. And it's so wonderful to see all the things that we speak about, and the fact that you share the videos far and wide. There's people that have made business cards about my channel that they're handing out. Bogdan, thank you very much. There's so many other people that have made pamphlets to spread the word, to get information out there. They know it's not about me. They know that it's about information. And once you have the information, you're empowered. And our solution is in every South African that is willing to fight. And that critical mass is growing rapidly. And even that rapid growth needs to be massive, because it's not just about South Africa. We need to influence the countries around us to have a safety buffer. there's a lot of the tactics that we are using right now that have been meticulously worked out mathematically with regards to statistics, graphs, and everything. I don't work with hearsay or pie in the sky. My mind doesn't work that way. And we have to stick to those timelines to actually get things done. And at the moment, we are doing really well. We expected to do well. We didn't see any other option. And yeah, it's really exciting. Wow, I can't believe there's almost 30 people on the channel here. Yeah, thanks for the wishes. Yeah, we do have to think critically. Fight tyranny, DW, absolutely. I love the comments that you always make. Yeah, the grassroots level for the organic humanity movement is really strong. We need to become organic humans again. And that doesn't mean that we throw technology aside. I'm using technology right now to come to you. What is important is that all other movements and organizations, that we get them closer to the middle, to where we need to be, as long as they're not trying to subvert what we are doing. So in the plan, we built in so many things to make sure that it cannot be subverted, it cannot be infiltrated fully. You can only infiltrate it up to 40 people. It was all built into the mechanics. So yes, we have outdone the New World Order plans. We had to understand it very well to be able to counter it, and that counter is working right now. And I really want to thank all the brilliant people involved in the project on their own. None of them are getting paid. You know, my wife hasn't had a salary since 2017. The last salary she had was from the city council when she worked for the city council, for the councillor of the Cape Town Metro, and Dave Bryant. And she loved working for him. She loved working for the council, helping the people in the city, solving problems. Lauren absolutely loved that. And out of that love, the organic humanity movement started. And she knew we had to change the political system. And as I said before, it took me a while to wrap my head around the plan she came up with, because it's not my plan. And it took about 2 months before I really understood. So I don't expect anyone to understand it and just snap into it. Some people do, others take longer. But once you get it, there's no looking back. And then you work the plan. You don't trust the person. You follow the plan and you implement it yourself. And that's the beauty. And that's why you can't stop it. And we will be successful. Okay, we have Karin. Dankie, Karin. Roger. Yeah, truth is a powerful thing. And I still learn truth all the time. You will see in my discussion with Rob, we debate many things. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, any year we make progress is an awesome year. And in the last year, we made lots of progress, things that I didn't think was possible when this nightmare unfolded in the beginning of last year. So, Hustlers TV, this channel opened my eyes. Happy birthday, Des. Thanks so much. Miro Polish, thanks. Imaginary unit, some interesting people on here. You need to invest in infrastructure and build a base where you can broadcast. I have all the infrastructure. There's a reason why I haven't built a proper studio. I actually have, I can show you, I have a lot of kit. So here you see some really gorgeous speakers. I have a lot of equipment that's still quite a mess. But sound and lighting equipment, I have a lot of. There's some really awesome cobs that I'm shining against the wall. So the reason why I haven't done a rocket science setup yet is for one simple reason, and that is that I need to know that where we are is safe. I did sign a 2-year lease. That means nothing to me. under the circumstances. I could have to move very quickly, and it's happened to me in the past. So I have infrastructure, I have microphones, I have processors, I have everything that I need. But at the moment, I'm just recording on my laptop. If I have my PC, which is set up over there, if I use that, and I use a nice condenser microphone. I have a very nice Samsung lapel unit as well, a Samsung Go, which wasn't cheap. Yeah, in fact, I have a couple of 100,000 rands worth of equipment. And I will still decide how I want to use it in future, if at all. Yeah. Jay, many happy returns, happy birthday. Thanks, Jay. Miro Polish. Yes, I'm going to make a lot more short videos. A lot of people have recommended that I should just do quick, shorter videos. I've taken that to heart. So you will see that a lot of my videos now are 4 or 5 minutes. I suppose the live streams will probably be a bit longer, and I'm not going to spend too much time on you now. You can go and watch the other things that I said earlier, those that have come on later. But yeah, just heartfelt comments. And all I want to tell you is that I'm planning for the next 50 years of my life. I'm 50 years old today. I'm spending the first moments of this day with you, because you are going to ensure that it's possible for me to live another 50 years. As I said yesterday, if you want to, in my live stream to members, if you want a proper proof for civility, it means that people have found the ability to protect life properly and extend life. In other words, people should be able to live longer, not because you're a flippant robot, but because you can live a healthy life, and not a life where you're a slave to a financial system. Lauren did a live stream earlier on the Organic Humanity Movement, which has now gone over 2,000 subscribers. It's incredible how that whole concept and plan has just grown all over the country, and how we can circumnavigate this global enemy. And the thing is, the global enemy hasn't got power over individuals at all. They have power over governments. They have power over parties. They have power over many individuals with money. So it's impossible for them to buy every person in a country that is empowered. And that is why empowered citizens is an enemy to their plan. And every person that is empowered, there's nothing you can do to them. Nothing. Annalie, hi. Yeah, thanks, Annalie. Nolene. Kaylo, thanks. Thanks for coming on. Gordon. Nuwe wasmasjien is awesome. Ons het 'n special gekoop. Dit was op special. The washing machine was 5,500 rand. I couldn't believe it. It's humongous. And it works really well. I think it's 13 kilograms. So, yeah. Is it Judgy? Yeah, thanks for your wishes. I really want to thank all of you for coming on. I didn't expect people to come on this time of the morning. But I wanted to spend, the first minutes of my birthday with my extended family on the channel. Roberta, thanks. Angie, yeah, thanks for all your wishes. Those of you that are in Cape Town, try and make it to Monkey Valley if you can. Try and organize lifts. It doesn't cost anything to come in. You can come there from early. I'll probably be there earlier than 3 o'clock. I know there's a freedom rally at 11 o'clock in Sea Point. So many people are going there first before they're coming through to Monkey Valley. I don't know what time I'll be there, but You can swim in a swimming pool. You can braai there. The premises are going to be open for the people. It doesn't cost anything. And you can walk all the way down to the beach and just have a stunning time. I just want people to come there and feel free. And I just want to see the smiles on their faces because they're not going to be told what to do. I think it's really awesome. Judy is a stunning person. The owner of Monkey Valley. She's an OWN member. Judy actually started the Green Party. She was the founder of the Green Party. She was very instrumental in trying to protect nature, and it's something that the world powers have subverted completely, because they don't focus on local pollution. They focus on the globe, because then they can blackmail the people all over the world. When our rivers are literally being polluted, our dams are literally being polluted, our air in the metros are literally being polluted, and we are living with that, and we need to focus on cleaning up things like that. I hate pollution. I hate litter even more. It's terrible. So we need to do what we can to live a better way of life, and see how we treat rubbish. But we don't have to go and stop living. We don't have to stop living as humans. That's such a fake lie that's being sold to people. It's really sad. Chicheka, hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gordon, you could have spoken to me anytime. I speak to so many people now in shopping centers, in parking lots, and everywhere. You people are really helping for the videos to get out there. I don't do that work. I don't advertise the channel at all. It's the people on the channel that do it. Just so that you know that in the last 90 days now, the channel has had 1.17 million views. That's in 3 months. That's unbelievable. I mean, and you're the people that's doing it. It's never happened in the history of the country that a channel with so few subscribers, 34,000 subscribers, gets that kind of views. It's unprecedented. So the people on this channel is extremely active, and you do share the information. If I ask you to help with the algorithms, you do. It's just incredible, the team effort. Thanks, Tracer. Yeah, check here. It's all going away. Sure. Yeah, this side of my face really gets tired after a long day. I was up early this morning. I had lots to do. I one day want to explain to you what one of my days are like. How many phone calls I go through. Where's my phone? Oh, good, it's not here. How many SMSs I answer, how many emails I get to, how many concerns I deal with, and then in between that, you still have to make videos, which takes up the least of my time, and that is why I can't do proper studio production videos yet. It's not that I don't have the capability. I can do stunning videos. I have all the equipment. The problem that I have now is the literal time, and there's more important things that needs to take place before I start making the time to, say, over a month, make a really professional production video that you can call an evergreen video. In other words, it always remains relevant. Like my Cyril Ramaphosa video, for instance, that video now has over 70,000 views. It started off slowly, and it just kept on climbing and climbing and climbing. But I've never really had what people call viral, like crazy viral videos. There's people that are on this channel, subscribed on this channel, that have 1,000 subscribers, that have had videos that have had over 200,000 views. I was actually looking at some of the videos on those channels, and it's interesting to see one of the subscribers to this channel, Martin PK. Hi, Martin. Stunning gospel singer. Martin has over 30,000 subscribers on his channel. And I met with Martin up in Gauteng, met with him at a shopping center because of the restrictions at the time, in a parking lot. We had a nice discussion. And, Martin decided that on his platforms that he wants to talk about freedom, and he's been doing that. He's interviewed me once, and it's really awesome to see people from various religious persuasions in the Muslim community, in the Christian community, in many other communities, promoting the fact that our freedom is at stake and that we need to act. And, people that are that famous and well known, not just in South Africa, but around the world, he's better known than I am. They take risks when they put themselves out there and make statements. Look what happened to Nicki Minaj. Who of you heard of what happened to Nicki Minaj when she said people should question the taking of the vaccine? She was absolutely attacked. And I was actually quite surprised. I mean, I don't know much about her, but when Tucker Carlson was dealing with her story, I knew something very interesting had happened. And when I actually looked at that, you can actually go and see what Nicki Minaj said. She was kicked off Twitter. And Twitter says, no, they didn't delete her account. They had to backtrack quickly because she had millions of followers. But go and follow that. It's fascinating. There are people starting to speak out, well-known people, and just speaking common sense. And they are being attacked like you cannot believe. Hi, Glenn. Yeah, thanks. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Ellen Thwaites. A very happy birthday, thanks. Pietru. Bye, donkey. Hilton. Thanks, Hilton. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I hope I see some of you tomorrow. And yes, I didn't want to make this a lot more than 30 minutes. Those of you that came on later, you can go and watch the first part. Hopefully you will share this live stream. I think it contains some important information from my side. And I really want to thank all of you, all the people that were involved in the Double O Days tour. It was certainly a huge moment in my life, and it's brought me to where I am now, a place where I never thought I would be a year and a half ago, in a fight that I didn't think could be won 2 years ago. I was preparing myself for Plan C, and now you've given me the hope to know that we can make Plan A work, and that's vital. That hope is there. I gathered the faith because of how people responded to the information I put out. I didn't know what to expect, and I won't say the country surprised me. I will say that I was extremely happy with what I found, and I'm sure you will be happy too if you traveled with me around the country and saw the gatherings of people, hundreds of people that came together at meetings, and there will be hundreds of people tomorrow at Monkey Valley. So those of you that are coming through, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Yes, she did, Gordon. That is what she said. She actually mentioned a friend of hers who got enlarged testicles because of it and became impotent. Well, I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I love the way that you wrote that. The nap. Maybe I should start using that. Maybe I should. But thank you all for coming on in the early hours of the morning. And yeah. Go and watch the Nicki Minaj story, please. Look for Tucker Carlson and Nicki Minaj and her tweets and the things she said. And she said something on Instagram as well. Go watch the Instagram video. I think it'll be quite telling. I actually got respect for her. I didn't know anything about her before, except that she's famous. Holy smokes. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Ralph. I know many Ralphs. I would love to know which Ralph this is. Yeah, Nico. Natasha. Thanks a lot, Natasha. Which Ralph is this? I've discovered recently that many people that I know are actually following me on the channel. They just never comment because I personally know them. Yeah, I was quite surprised. I didn't think that people that know me well would even bother. Hi, Shan. Thank you so much for your message. Just to reiterate what I said earlier in this live stream, and please go and watch the first part of the live stream when you have a chance, maybe later today. That I'm 50 years old now, and I'm not planning for the next 50 years, which means that I'm going to see my grandchildren and maybe even their grandchildren. That is the world that I'm planning for. I cannot plan for the world's going to end in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. I have to plan for the next 50 years. So that's my long-term goal. The first thing I need to do to achieve that is be as healthy as possible. I need to lose weight. I need to lose 20 kilograms. And every month I'm going to give you an update as to how I'm doing with that. So please keep me honest. And I don't go on diets. I just need to get out and run more. I was actually a provincial athlete back in the day. I got my provincial colors in triple jump, of all things. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. And I actually got my Northern Transvaal colors in the military while I was up there, and then I was placed down to, after my basic training, to the Test Flight and Development Center, and then I got my provincial Western Province colors there. So I represented 2 provinces in one season. That was quite interesting. Karin, thanks a lot. I'm going to say goodbye now, go to bed. I have to wake up my family, or maybe I won't. They're lying spread out over the couch in the lounge where they watch a movie. And yeah, it's just beautiful to walk in there and just look at them. We're a really close-knit family. We're not social beings at all. We don't entertain or anything like that. We don't really have time for that. Lauren works non-stop. We actually have to make time for the 2 of us to just do something together from time to time, or just sit and watch a movie together. And there's not a lot that we can actually watch. But my family is everything to me. Fasting is an awesome thing. Fasting is a wonderful tool, and Lauren and I spoke about fasting the other day. So it's definitely something that I have done, and that is how I achieved weight loss before, is through fasting, and it worked really well. I have extensive experience of fasting, so I know what it can do. I was a very fit person at one stage in my life when I was on license training at Coburg. I was extremely fit, and I suppose it was needed at the time. The amount of information I had to put into my brain, my body needed to be in good shape. I used to run into Coburg, into the nature reserve in the mornings and all the way back, while reciting all the reactor trips in my head, all the safety system activations, all the set points, and there's so many of them. I would just play them over in my mind over and over and over. It's just so much information, and you had to spit it out just like that. And yeah, one day I'll still tell you about that journey and what it was like. and some of the interesting times I had in the control room at Coburg. So thanks a lot for coming on. We had over 40 people on here at one stage. I think I was speaking on my own for a while before one person came on, and then I was quite surprised. So thank you all. You really gave me an awesome start to my 50th birthday, and I will definitely make a video at the Freedom SA event so that you can feel a part of it. And tonight I will be doing a live stream at 9 o'clock for everyone. So tonight at 9 o'clock, I will give you feedback on what happened. It's the first larger Freedom SA event, and I will let you know what happened. I'm not a person that is a control freak, so I like to do things where people can do what they want and feel free. So I'm not controlling anything. People can come there and have fun. I'm not going to care if everyone runs to the beach and they enjoy themselves there. I'll go join them. Really, it doesn't matter. There's no format or nothing. The reason why I said 3 o'clock is because you have to have a semblance of a time, and because there was a freedom march that took place earlier in the morning, so that people are aware that the two don't clash. You can attend both. So thank you so much. Have a great day. And those of you having Freedom SA events or attending freedom marches around the country, enjoy it. Take the contact numbers of the people that you see there. Stay in contact with each other. It's very important that South Africans that want freedom gather together often, even in a social atmosphere. It doesn't have to be just at a march. Go and have a picnic together. Go fishing together. Do whatever. Do activities together. Gather together in places. Spend time together. We have to do that, and we have to use the regulations. The loosening of the regulations as much as we can. We can gather up to 500 people outdoors at the moment. That's a lot of people. When you see 500 people standing together, you will know something's going down, and that is allowed at the moment. So let's make use of this. Okay. Thank you very much. Hi, Bonga Duma. Thank you so much for your birthday wishes. Echo, thank you so much. So those of you that haven't watched all of this video, please go and watch it afterwards or later today. But I will see you from the event, and then I'll see you 9 o'clock tonight again for a live stream. Okay. Patricia, thanks so much. Yeah, I will enjoy my family and my extended family time. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye, everyone.